modern world's dependence on energy is unquenchable. From lighting our homes to fueling our cars and powering our industries, we demand a constant flow of oil and gas. To meet this ever-growing need, humanity has ventured into some of the most extreme and isolated locations on Earth, one of which happens to be far out in the vast open sea. Offshore oil drilling platforms, towering like steel giants in the middle of nowhere, serve as both technological wonders and temporary homes for hundreds of brave souls who keep the world running. These aren't just workstations, they are floating cities that require precision, resilience, and, let's face it, a good sense of humor to survive the unique challenges of offshore living. While many imagine oil rigs as cold, lifeless industrial zones, the reality is far more fascinating. They are highly complex operations functioning like small, self-contained cities that manage to extract the planet's liquid gold from deep beneath the ocean floor. But behind the gleaming metal structures and the hum of machinery lies an entire world where people eat, sleep, work, and occasionally lose at ping-pong tournaments, all while floating miles from civilization. The complexity of offshore oil drilling. Offshore oil drilling isn't just a job, it's a full-fledged expedition into the unknown. These structures are often positioned hundreds of miles from the nearest shore, hovering over rich reserves of oil and gas trapped deep beneath the seabed. Modern drilling platforms operate in water depths ranging from a few hundred feet to over 10,000 feet in ultra-deep water fields. For comparison, that's roughly the depth of 9 Eiffel Towers stacked on top of each other. Engineers use advanced seismic surveys and satellite imaging to locate potential reservoirs, but drilling through layers of rock and sediment to reach these pockets remains a scientific and logistical masterpiece. The process involves lowering drill bits through miles of drilling pipe, pumping special drilling mud to balance pressure, and constantly monitoring for any signs of trouble, such as blowouts. And yes, blowouts are as bad as they sound. Think of them as nature's version of an extremely angry soda bottle, but one that shoots flammable liquid. That's why safety measures are paramount, and why the people who work these rigs often have nerves of steel and the patience of saints when dealing with unpredictable machinery and even more unpredictable weather. Around-the-clock operations. Unlike your regular 9-to-5 desk job, offshore oil drilling operates non-stop. The sun may rise and set, but the drill never sleeps. Crews are split into 2 teams, each working exhausting 12-hour shifts to ensure the operation runs smoothly 24 hours a day. There's no such thing as weekends or holidays out here. Whether it's Christmas morning or the 4th of July, if you're scheduled to work, you're working. The only fireworks you'll see are the safety flares launched during emergency drills. Yet, surprisingly, many workers adapt to this intense schedule with remarkable resilience. After a while, the non-stop hum of machinery and the smell of diesel in the air become oddly comforting. Workers learn to synchronize their sleep patterns with their shifts, and caffeine consumption becomes both an art and a science. Some joke that if Starbucks ever opened a location offshore, they'd make more money than the oil companies themselves. Living quarters and amenities. Though built for function, offshore oil platforms also prioritize worker comfort. Modern rigs feature recreation rooms with pool tables, foosball, gaming consoles, and even karaoke machines for off-key renditions of Sweet Caroline. Movie theaters screen blockbusters and TV shows, while gyms help workers stay fit for physically demanding tasks. Some crews even hold fitness competitions to see who can deadlift the most or stay upright on a swaying treadmill. The commissary offers essentials from candy to deodorant, like a mini Walmart at sea, but pricier. In the galley, chefs serve hearty, around-the-clock meals, including all-you-can-eat bacon at 3 a.m. at sleeping arrangements. When the shift is finally over, workers retreat to their living quarters, which are functional but cozy. Rooms are typically shared, with 2 to 4 bunk beds squeezed into each cabin. Most rooms come with ensuite bathrooms, though privacy is minimal. Snoring roommates and the occasional late-night phone call to loved ones back home are part of the package. The cabins are compact, resembling college dorm rooms designed by IKEA on a strict budget, but after a long day covered in grease and sweat, they feel like 5-star suites. To help drown out the constant hum of machinery and the creaks of the platform swaying on the waves, many workers swear by earplugs and white noise machines. Some rigs even have Wi-Fi, allowing video calls to family, Netflix binges, and heated online gaming sessions to help workers stay connected with the world they left behind. Safety, the non-negotiable priority. Offshore oil rigs operate in extremely hazardous conditions where safety is paramount. High-pressure drilling, flammable materials, harsh weather, and heavy machinery leave no room for error. Each rig has a high-tech fire control room and state-of-the-art emergency equipment. Workers receive continuous training for fires, blowouts, gas leaks, and medical crises. Regular safety drills ensure everyone knows their muster stations. Failure to remember may earn extra dish duty. During drills, workers don life vests, warm gear, and full survival suits, giant inflatable outfits designed to keep them alive in freezing waters. Lifeboats and evacuation plans. Every rig has several enclosed lifeboats ready to be launched at a moment's notice. These capsules are fully enclosed to protect passengers from high waves, harsh winds, and even fires. Think of them as giant, unsinkable orange Tic Tacs that can survive the apocalypse. Each one comes equipped with emergency supplies, including food, water, first aid kits, and hopefully seasick tablets. International regulations like those set by the International Maritime Organization, IMO, and the International Association of Drilling Contractors, IADC, require meticulous evacuation plans to be rehearsed and updated regularly. No rig is allowed to operate without passing stringent safety audits. As the saying goes on rigs, safety is everyone's job, but it's also the boss's headache. Arriving at the platform. Reaching an offshore rig is an adventure. Located miles from shore, rigs are accessible by supply boats, or more commonly, helicopters. Boat transfers can be rough. Hours of bouncing in heavy seas, drenched by crashing waves, with seasickness always a risk. Helicopters, however, navigate fog and strong winds with skilled pilots landing on small helipads atop swaying platforms. A jaw-dropping sight. For nervous passengers, every flight feels like starring in an action movie as the unwilling stunt double. The workforce, roles, and responsibilities. An offshore platform runs like a small, floating city. Medical staff operate a mini ER, working 12-hour shifts to treat everything from seasickness to serious emergencies. Engineers and managers oversee complex drilling operations where even minor equipment failures can have huge consequences. Cooks keep the crew fueled with calorie-packed meals, while roughnecks handle the tough physical labor of drilling and maintenance. Derrick hands position drill pipes and monitor fluids, while floor hands and roustabouts maintain equipment and manage heavy lifting. Overseeing it all is the Offshore Installation Manager, OIM, part mayor, police chief, and fire marshal, responsible for safety, production, and crew welfare. Different types of offshore oil rigs. Oil platforms are as varied as the ocean depths they operate in. Fixed platforms are commonly used in shallow waters, anchored directly to the seabed with massive steel legs or concrete foundations. These structures can withstand hurricanes but are expensive and time-consuming to build. They can resemble giant, immovable skyscrapers rising from the ocean floor. In deeper waters, floating platforms take center stage. Semi-submersibles, tension leg platforms, and spar platforms are anchored by mooring systems that allow them to ride the waves while staying firmly in place. For even greater mobility, drill ships and barges are equipped to travel from site to site as new wells are explored. Each type of rig requires highly specialized engineering to withstand harsh oceanic conditions, from massive winter storms in the North Sea to scorching heat in the Persian Gulf. The complexity of these designs is mind-boggling, often requiring years of planning, billions of dollars in investment, and plenty of sleepless nights for project managers. The Goliath Field in Norway. Located in the Barents Sea within the Arctic Circle, the Goliath Field showcases cutting-edge offshore drilling. Operated by Vår Energy, it faces harsh conditions with temperatures below -20 degrees Celsius and the occasional polar bear visitor. The site uses the 1,000 floating production storage and offloading a massive cylindrical vessel with a 270-foot hull and 950,000 barrel storage capacity, designed to withstand fierce Arctic storms. Staffed by 120 workers living on board for weeks, the floating production storage and offloading's journey to Norway was equally impressive. Transported 16,000 nautical miles from South Korea aboard the Dockwise Vanguard, which submerged 30 meters to load its cargo for the 63-day voyage. And that wraps up our deep dive into the wild, fascinating world of offshore oil rigs, the floating cities that power our modern lives from the middle of nowhere. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like and make sure to subscribe. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.